Hello, and welcome to another review. The last two were Spock and Encanto. So we are going to do Book of Boba Fett today. And in case you didn't read the description, there are spoilers from the last episode. So if you have not watched it, do not watch this yet. You can watch it after. Um, so my favorite episode was probably one and two of the seven. Um, Five were Boba Fett, and then two were Mandalorian, and then the last one was a bit of a mix. I really enjoyed seeing a different Boba Fett. Everyone kept saying he was like too weak, but I didn't see that or think that way. He's older, he's been through a lot, he's supposed to be different. I didn't expect there to be a lot of like physicalness. I didn't expect there to be huge fights or anything, so maybe that helped. I don't know, but I did not have a problem with a more calmer Boba Fett. Um, I loved the flashbacks. Those were really amazing. Those were really cool. I always wanted to see, like, in each character, I love learning more about them and what happened to them after certain events. Boba Fett was definitely a big one for me, and I love the flashbacks of how he survived, what happened afterward, like what he learned with the Tuscans. That was really cool. I was not expecting him to have like a tribe like that. So that was super interesting, super cool. And I think that experience alone changed him because the Tuscans themselves changed my outlook of them. I always just thought they were ruthless killers and terrible creatures, but they really aren't. And they're a lot like Native Americans even, and a lot of like that's I saw a lot of similarities with that, just with their history and the way they teach people how to like fight and stuff like that. It was really cool. Um I really actually did enjoy The Mandalorian, of course. I'm a huge fan of The Mandalorian, as you probably know. If you don't, now you do. um But what bothered me is that it was over what I was hoping. I can understand one. I can understand even that last episode, but maybe take out the Grogu stuff, especially, and it was just very unnecessary. It kind of took over the show, and it's just like, is this supposed to be about the Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian? Like, if we're gonna mostly basically ruin like the choice Grogu makes and the whole thing with Luke. Like I would have preferred that as a season opening. So that was my only big problem with this series. Not that I hated the episode in any ways, and when I get to the ratings, you'll notice that those ones are higher than the actual Book of Boba Fett, but it's just it took away a lot of the Boba Fett and what it was supposed to be. And I found out later it was because it wasn't very well taken. The Book of Boba Fett was not doing very well. A lot of people were upset with it, and instead of just sticking with it, they're like, okay, let's save this by bringing in the Mandalorian, which I get. I totally understand that, but I wish they would have given it like not listen to the crazy people, because I felt like it took away from the series a lot. The season finale was fantastic. Could not expect anything less from that. Really great episode. Very well done. Again, my only problem was the Grogu stuff. We could have just had the Mandalorian helping Boba Fett with this whole, thing, but we didn't have to spoil that Grogu came to find the Mandalorian. So that was my only thing. Um, so the first two episodes were 8 out of 10 out of the rating. So like I said, the episodes were really good, but still 8 out of 10. The rest would probably be around 7-ish. Mandalorian 2 episodes that he just was in, again, higher because I like the Mandalorian, 9 out of 10. And it's not a 10 out of 10, only because, once again, or repeating myself a little bit, but I really hated seeing him take over Book of Boba Fett. I would have preferred a softer approach to it, a lesser approach to it. I could understand, like I said, maybe one episode, even two, or even if you would have just kept him in the finale, I would have been more fine with that without the Grogu stuff. It's just, I felt like that took away from what The Mandalorian, even season 3, is gonna be. But anyways, then the last episode was a 9 out of 10 for me. It makes me extremely curious. I haven't heard if there is going to be more Boba Fett, especially with, unfortunately, it didn't do well at first, and that's why they brought in the Mandalorian, so we'll see on that. I would prefer to see just more Book of Boba Fett, like more of them, but I don't see what else they could do. They kind of answered all my questions personally, so I don't know what else they could kind of do with it, but we'll see what they say. It actually made me like look into if there's actually a season 3 of The Mandalorian, because they basically wrapped up everything from The Mandalorian where it left off. So, but there was confirmation. So I mean, there can be more done with The Mandalorian for sure, but I guess I was just more like, okay, well, we kind of like, there's no like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, well, there's excitement, but there's no more like, oh, what happens? Like, they basically answered all those questions. There's no more like, oh, you know, it left off without telling us what's going on. The Book of Boba Fett kind of gave that to the Mandalorian, and so there's no more of, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? Like, now you know. Like, now you know what's gonna happen. So that kind of ruins that. And then I wrote down, I'm looking at my notes, that again, I didn't mind a calmer Boba Fett. He's supposed to be older, he's supposed to be wiser. I mean, the actor himself is above 60. I was not, when I like first heard a Book of Boba Fett, I was not expecting any big huge fight scenes. I was like, everybody kept going off on that, but I was probably one of the few people who was like, I don't need it, like, to enjoy the Book of Boba Fett. Like, it was fantastic without it, personally, for me. But everyone's different, and which is fine. By the way, if you have a different opinion, that's totally okay. This is just my opinion. Fun fact, Fennec, I don't know how to say her last name, Shand, I think, played as the animated version of Mulan, and then was also in the live action version of Mulan, which I did not pick up on. I usually can pick up on voices very well, but for some reason, I didn't hear it in her voice at all until I looked it up, and I'm like, now I hear it. And it was really cool. She actually made a cameo in the live action, introducing that live action Mulan to the, I think it was the Emperor back in the live action. So it was really cool to see her again and see her be badass when she's no younger than the actor for Boba Fett. So that was really cool. Let's see if I wrote anything else down. Nope. So basically I really did enjoy it. Probably not as much as The Mandalorian. Compared to the Rebels or Clone Wars, I would say I enjoyed them about the same for that. I'm not done with the Rebels yet, so we'll do a review on that once we're done with that. So basically, very enjoyable, action-packed, really great. Definitely recommend to watch it, make your own opinions. If you have any different opinions, that's fine. Always leave comments. I love talking to you guys about like what everybody else thought. I like hearing different points of view, especially since mine is not very well accepted. The next review will be on Halo Infinite. I did just get Game Pass and I will be playing that, so there will be that review coming within the next few weeks, maybe by next month at the latest. We'll see how long it takes me to play that campaign. I also have The Fall of Reach, which is a Halo series TV. I've watched it before, but it's been a while. I might as well do a review on that. But those are the next two. I'll think of some more as along the way. I'm sure there's more movies coming around. There's a lot of stuff coming out on Disney Plus, like West Side Story, Obi-Wan Kenobi now. Yay! I'm super excited for that. So there will be definitely more of these videos since I enjoy doing them and you guys seem to like them. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for any kind of comments ahead of time, and I will always reply to you. Like, don't feel like you can't reply because I have a busy life. I will reply, I promise. I hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and might as well say have a nice weekend with it being Friday tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye, guys.